All right.
Number 1. The 1983 Dodge W350, listed for $5,000 and located in Carmichael, California. Here's a rare and rugged find. The Dodge W350 Royal SE Power Ram, a true heavy-duty workhorse from the early 80s. This truck shows just 94,217 miles on the odometer and comes with a manual 4-speed transmission paired to the dependable 360 cubic inch V8 engine. A long bed, 4-wheel drive setup makes it not only capable but also versatile, whether you want it for ranch work, hauling, or simply as a classic weekend driver. The current owner has just put on brand new tires with black steel wheels, replacing the older ones that started to crack. It still wears its original look, and despite its age, this W350 remains rust-free with a remarkably straight body. All the glass is intact with no cracks, making it a solid survivor. There might be a touch of body filler near the top of the taillight, but overall, it presents as very original and very honest. Inside, this truck is equipped with factory AIC, a nice bonus for a workhorse of this era. A few small details are included but not installed. The rear slider latch, passenger mirror glass, and the original emblems, all of which are in the glove box. It's clear the seller has held on to the original parts, making it easier for the next owner to put the finishing touches on. The truck was part of a package deal and comes with a signed Nevada pink slip in hand, though it did not come with plates. The asking price is set at $5,000, but the seller also mentioned $6,500 or best offer, leaving room for discussion depending on interest and negotiations. For those searching specifically, this W350 hits all the right keywords: a 1-ton truck with heavy-duty 8-lug axles, 4-wheel drive, manual transmission with granny low gear, and the ruggedness to handle ranch work, towing, mudding, or camping adventures. What makes this Dodge special is not just its durability, but also its originality. Trucks like these are becoming harder to find in clean, rust-free condition. Many were worked to death or left to rot, but this one has survived the decades as a solid and dependable classic. If you're looking for a true power ram with old-school toughness, this 1983 Dodge W350 could be the right truck for you. Whether you restore it, use it as a workhorse, or keep it as a vintage daily driver, it's a piece of Dodge truck history ready for its next chapter. Number 2. The 1995 Ford F-150 regular cab short bed, listed at $8,700 and located in Kansas City, Kansas. This is one of those trucks that perfectly captures the balance between classic dependability and everyday usability. The 1995 Ford F-150 remains one of the most iconic pickups of the 90s, known for its ruggedness, reliability, and timeless styling. This particular truck comes in a highly desirable short bed configuration, paired with a regular cab and a manual transmission, a combination that has become harder to find in clean, well-kept condition. With only 132,000 miles driven, this F-150 has plenty of life left. The owner notes that everything works just as it should. Both the air conditioning and heater are fully functional, ensuring comfort whether you're driving through the hot summer months or on a chilly winter morning. On top of that, the truck has been fitted with brand new tires, adding extra value and peace of mind for the next owner. The manual transmission gives this truck an old-school driving feel that enthusiasts appreciate. It's engaging, straightforward, and adds to the overall durability of the drivetrain. Trucks like this are built tough, with simple mechanics that make them easier to maintain and keep on the road for decades. Visually, the 90s Ford F-150s are gaining more recognition among collectors and daily drivers alike. The boxy yet refined body lines, the bold front grille, and the compact short bed design give this pickup a classic yet practical look. Unlike many trucks of this era that were used and abused, this one has clearly been cared for and preserved. Priced at $8,700, it offers a solid opportunity for anyone looking for a reliable daily driver, a project to further customize, or even a weekend cruiser to relive the nostalgia of the 1990s Ford lineup. Located in Kansas City, Kansas, it's ready to be enjoyed immediately by its next owner. Whether you're someone who grew up around these trucks and wants to relive the past, or you're a younger enthusiast looking to get behind the wheel of a classic American pickup, this 1995 Ford F-150 regular cab short bed checks all the right boxes. Solid mileage, working features, new tires, and that classic Ford toughness. It's a truck built to last. Number 3. The 1977 Ford F-250 Camper Special, listed at $8,500 and located in Cambridge, Ontario. Here's a true classic workhorse from the late 70s, the 1977 Ford F-250 Camper Special. Trucks from this era were built with durability and strength in mind, and this one is no exception. Under the hood sits Ford's legendary 460 cubic inch V8, paired with an automatic transmission. This combination was known for delivering serious power, making it ideal not only for hauling campers, as the name suggests, but also for towing and heavy-duty use. What makes this particular truck stand out is its originality. It has spent its entire life in British Columbia before being brought east, and it has remained all original throughout the years. According to the current owner, he is only the third caretaker of this vehicle, and it comes with an extensive maintenance history. That kind of documented care is something collectors and enthusiasts always look for, proof that the truck has been well preserved and properly maintained over time. With just 96,000 kilometers on the odometer, this F-250 has seen far less road time than many of its peers. It's described as being in turnkey daily driver condition, meaning it's ready to hit the road without hesitation. While it may be a little rough around the edges cosmetically, as most original survivors are, it's in beautiful shape overall for a truck that's nearly 5 decades old. The interior remains in great condition, another sign that this pickup has been cared for and not overly abused. The owner mentions plans to road trip the truck to Montreal before making it fully available for sale, which says a lot about the confidence he has in its mechanical reliability. You don't take a vehicle on a long-distance journey like that unless you trust it. That trustworthiness, combined with its originality, makes it an attractive option for anyone seeking a classic Ford truck that still has plenty of life left in it. At $8,500, with delivery available, this 1977 Ford F-250 Camper Special offers excellent value for a vintage heavy-duty pickup. It's a truck you can enjoy immediately as a reliable driver, or you could choose to preserve and restore it further as a piece of classic Ford history. Whether you're a longtime Ford fan, a collector hunting for a true survivor, or simply someone who appreciates the rugged styling and engineering of the 1970s, this F-250 is worth a serious look. Strong, original, and ready for the open road. It's the kind of truck that brings back the golden age of American pickups. Number 4. The 1966 Ford F-100 short bed, listed at $16,000 and located in New Braunfels, Texas. Here we have a real survivor from the golden age of Ford pickups, the 1966 Ford F-100 short bed. Trucks like this represent an era before power steering, before power brakes, and certainly before air conditioning was standard. What you get here is a pure, unfiltered driving experience of a farm truck built to last, powered by Ford's 240 cubic inch inline-six engine, mated to a 3-speed manual transmission. This particular F-100 is described as an original survivor, originally from West Texas, and it has all the hallmarks of a truck that has been preserved rather than modified. The odometer reads just over 93,000 miles, and while the seller cannot fully document that as original, they believe it to be true based on condition of the truck. For a nearly 60-year-old pickup, that's remarkably low mileage. The exterior is finished in a classic Rangoon red, complemented by chrome bumpers, a chrome grille, dual mirrors, and steel wheels with chrome hubcaps. It carries that unmistakable mid-60s Ford truck style that collectors love. Clean lines, rugged presence, and just enough bright work to stand out at a local car show. The body is in nice shape overall, though not flawless, a reminder that this truck has lived a real life as a working vehicle. Inside, the cabin is refreshingly simple yet well-preserved. The seat has been reupholstered and is in excellent condition, while the rest of the interior remains largely original. The original AM radio still works, along with all lights, gauges, the blower motor, and the wipers. That kind of functionality is not always guaranteed with trucks from this era, making it all the more impressive. The red vinyl upholstery pairs perfectly with the exterior paint, creating a cohesive vintage look. Mechanically, the truck runs and drives well, true to its reputation as a reliable farm truck. While it lacks modern comforts like power steering or disc brakes, that simplicity is part of its charm. It's a truck built to be driven and enjoyed in its original form, offering a direct connection to the road that modern pickups can't replicate. The seller describes it as a great driver, a time capsule, and the kind of truck you can confidently take to local shows or simply cruise around town with. With a clean Texas title, it's ready for its next caretaker. At $16,000, this 1966 Ford F-100 short bed represents a strong value in the world of classic trucks. It's an honest survivor, not overly restored or heavily modified, but preserved just enough to showcase its originality. Trucks like this are becoming harder to find in solid, running condition, especially with clean interiors, working equipment, and that unmistakable mid-60s Ford style. If you're a Ford enthusiast, a collector of vintage survivors, or simply someone who wants a head-turning classic pickup that is fun to drive as it is to show off, this F-100 is one you won't want to miss. Number 5. The 1972 Chevrolet C20 3/4 ton, listed at $16,500 and located in Murrieta, California. This is not just a classic pickup. This is a purpose-built machine with some serious muscle under the hood. Driven 98,100 miles, it's powered by a 454 cubic inch big block Chevrolet engine that's been balanced and blueprint, with just 31,000 miles since the build. Performance upgrades include a Comp Cams 268H10, Edelbrock Performer 2.0 intake manifold, a Holley 650 double pumper carburetor, K&N filter, and a Mallory HEI distributor. Spark is handled by Moroso Blue Max plug wires, while exhaust duties are carried out through Sanderson mid-length ceramic-coated headers with 7/8 inch primaries, feeding into a 2.5-inch exhaust system with Mac Performance 18-inch mufflers and flared chrome tips. Power is delivered through a TH400 automatic transmission, newly rebuilt and fitted with a Transgo shift kit, Alto red clutches, and choline steels, making this truck both tough and reliable. Dual fuel tanks and dual batteries keep it ready for long hauls, while a 4-row radiator, stock clutch fan, and an electric pusher fan ensure it runs cool. Inside, comfort and functionality are blended with some nice upgrades: power windows, intermittent wipers, and cold-blowing air conditioning styled after vintage air. Entertainment is provided by a Sony AM/FM/CD system, dual Kenwood dash speakers, and 6x9 Blaupunkt 3-way speakers mounted in the doors. The dash also features auto meter sport comp gauges, including tachometer, oil pressure, and temperature. On the road, handling and safety are supported by power front disc brakes, sway bars front and rear, and KYB gas adjust shocks. This Chevy rides on Raceline polished aluminum 16x8 wheels wrapped in Kumho Road Venture tires, giving it both strength and curb appeal. Finished in a rugged, driver-ready condition, this 1972 C20 blends raw big block power with thoughtful upgrades, making it perfect for cruising, hauling, or just turning heads at any classic truck gathering. With maintenance records included and an asking price of $16,500, this truck is a serious opportunity for anyone who wants performance and vintage style in one package. Number 6. The 1987 Ford F-250, listed at $7,500 and located in West Boothbay Harbor, Maine. Here we have a true survivor of a heavy-duty workhorse, a 1987 Ford F-250 rear-wheel drive pickup, powered by the big 7.5-liter V8 engine. With just 70,000 original miles on the clock, this truck stands out not only for its low mileage, but also for the care it has received over the decades. The seller, only the second owner, purchased the truck back in 1993 in California when it had just 39,000 miles. 4 years later, it was shipped across the country to Maine, arriving with 47,000 miles. And here's where it gets special. This F-250 has never seen a harsh Maine winter. For most of its life, it's been stored under a carport off the salty winter roads for 8 months of the year. That kind of preservation is rare for a heavy-duty pickup of this age. The truck is as honest as they come. It still runs on original regular gas, without a catalytic converter, just like it did when new. Over the years, the owner has kept up with meticulous maintenance. Oil and filter changes have been done every fall before storage. Running fluids and filters have been replaced regularly, and a thick folder of maintenance records is included with the sale. Several key components have been refreshed to keep it road-ready. That includes a new radiator, a fully rebuilt carburetor, fresh brake pads, new tires, and a brand new battery. The rear drum brake cylinders have been replaced, along with the ignition module, spark plugs, distributor cap, rotor, and ignition wires. Window motors and bearings are new. The electrical ignition switch has been updated, and even the water pump has been replaced. In short, this F-250 has been kept alive with the right parts and the right care. On the road, it runs strong with a legendary Ford C6 3-speed automatic transmission, a gearbox known for toughness. The seller is upfront about two things. Fuel economy is only around 9 miles per gallon, and there is an exhaust leak. But for someone looking for a dependable, heavy-duty classic, this truck more than makes up for it with originality and condition. And registered in Maine as an antique vehicle, this 1987 Ford F-250 is both a functional work truck and a piece of Ford truck history. The asking price is $7,500, cash or bank check only. For anyone seriously interested in a low-mileage, well-preserved heavy-duty Ford, this could be the deal you've been waiting for. Number 7. The 1986 Chevy Silverado 1500, priced at $10,500, and located in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Up for sale is a classic square-body pickup that's becoming harder and harder to find in this condition. This is a 1986 Chevrolet Silverado 1500, a 4-wheel drive truck that runs and drives fantastic. Under the hood, it's powered by a 305 cubic inch gasoline V8 paired with an automatic transmission, with four-wheel drive shifted right from the floor. This Silverado comes with several great features for its time, including a tilt steering column, cruise control, and dual fuel tanks. Inside, you'll also find power windows and power door locks, a step above the basic work trucks of its era. Nearly everything on this truck is said to work properly, from the lights to the accessories. On the road, it feels solid, thanks to brand new tires and fresh brakes all the way around. The seller notes that all the headlights, turn signals, marker lights, and reverse lights are in working order. It even has factory AIC, though it currently needs a belt to get it blowing cold again. Cosmetically, the truck is in nice shape overall. The body does have a little rust in a few spots, but the frame and underside are described as very clean. A big plus when shopping for a 1980 Chevy pickup. The bed is lined with a plastic bed liner, which has likely helped protect it from heavy wear over the years. As for mileage, the dash shows 36,000 miles, but the seller is upfront that it has most likely rolled over at least once, which would put it at 136,000. Even so, with the upkeep and new parts, it remains a strong-running, dependable classic. The asking price is $10,500. Firm, cash only. This is a first-come, first-served deal, and the seller makes it clear that pickup is required in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. No shipping, no email negotiations, and no time wasted with scammers. The seller isn't in a rush to let it go, so if the asking price isn't met, they'll simply keep it. All in all, this 1986 Chevy Silverado 1500 offers a chance to own an iconic square body truck with four-wheel drive, plenty of original features, and a solid frame. For those who know the value of these classics, $10,500 could be the right buy. Number 8. The 1985 GMC Sierra 2500, priced at $15,000 and located in Phoenix, Arizona. Up for sale is a well-preserved classic square body truck, the 1985 GMC High Sierra 2500. Finished in a deep brown paint, this heavy-duty pickup is a true survivor from the mid-1980s. Built in an era when trucks were made to last. Under the hood, it's powered by a strong V8 engine paired with an automatic transmission, delivering dependable performance for both work and everyday cruising. This example is rear-wheel drive, keeping it simple and durable, and with just over 131,000 miles on the odometer, it's been used but not abused, a respectable figure for a 40-year-old truck. The body and condition are described as excellent, and it comes with a clean title, which adds to its appeal. Square-body GM trucks like this are quickly climbing in value, especially when they're clean, rust-free, and ready to enjoy. The brown paint gives it a vintage look that stands out, and the overall design of the Sierra 2500 showcases the rugged styling that collectors and enthusiasts love. This truck is part GMC's High Sierra trim line, meaning it came with upgraded features and a more refined finish compared to base models. Whether you're planning to preserve it as a classic, use it as a reliable driver, or bring it out for weekend shows, it's a solid candidate. The asking price is $15,000, which reflects both its condition and the rise in demand for clean 1980s GMC and Chevrolet pickups. Trucks like this don't come around every day, especially ones that have been kept in excellent shape and still hold a clean title. For enthusiasts in the Phoenix area, or anyone willing to travel for the right truck, this 1985 GMC Sierra 2500 represents an opportunity to own a piece of classic American truck history. Solid, stylish, and increasingly collectible, this square body won't stay on the market for long. Number 9. The 1964 Chevrolet C10 short bed, priced at $15,000 and located in Port Orange, Florida. Here we have a true classic pickup, a 1964 Chevy C10 short bed. This is an unfinished project truck, and it represents an exciting opportunity for someone who's ready to bring it back to its full glory. The truck is equipped with an automatic transmission and shows 127,456 miles on the odometer. It carries a clean title, which is always a big plus for a vehicle of this age. Under the hood, it's powered by a small block Chevrolet engine, but it will need some attention and work before it's fully road-ready again. This makes it a great project for an enthusiast who wants to put their own finishing touches on a classic build. Some important updates have already been completed. The truck has been fitted with a brand new wiring system, saving you both time and hassle. It also comes with a brand new air conditioning unit that just needs to be finished and installed. A valuable addition, especially for anyone planning to cruise in warmer climates like Florida. The body style is the highly desirable short bed, a favorite among collectors and builders because of its sleek proportions and strong demand in the classic truck market. These mid-1960s Chevrolet pickups are iconic for their design, featuring clean lines and a timeless look that makes them perfect for restorations, custom builds, or even resto-mod projects. The seller notes that they simply ran out of time and energy to complete the project, so now it's being offered to the next person who's ready to take it across the finish line. It's being listed on behalf of a neighbor, so inquiries are welcome only from serious buyers. There are no trades being accepted for this deal. Cash buyers only. At $15,000, this 1964 C10 represents a solid base for someone who wants to create a dream truck. Whether you want to restore it to original condition, build a custom street truck, or put together a head-turning showpiece, this short bed Chevy is a worthy foundation. Classic trucks from this era, especially short bed models, continue to rise in value, and opportunities like this don't last long. For the right buyer, it's a chance to bring new life to a vintage piece of Chevrolet history. Number 10. The 1989 Ford F-250 XLT Lariat, listed for $5,500 and located in Watsonville, California. Here we have a classic American workhorse, a 1989 Ford F-250 XLT Lariat. This single-cab, rear-wheel drive pickup has just 86,200 miles on the odometer, a remarkably low figure for a truck of its age. It's equipped with Ford's powerful 460 cubic inch V8 engine paired with an automatic transmission, giving it both the torque and strength to handle towing, hauling, or everyday driving with ease. The seller describes it as a beloved old F-250, a truck that drives excellently and has been a reliable daily driver. Recently, it's been running a bit rich, and they were told it may need a new computer. While that's a fixable issue for someone with the right know-how, the current owner doesn't have the time or money to put into it, as they're looking to move on to a more economical vehicle for long-distance travel. Still, they note that the truck will easily make the trip to the Midwest if someone is willing to cover the fuel costs. On the positive side, there have been important recent updates. The catalytic converter is new, helping it stay compliant and run cleaner. The truck is fully smogged through 2026, a major advantage for California buyers who know the importance of emissions compliance. The transmission is strong, the tires are in good condition, and the truck overall has been kept in roadworthy shape. This XLT Lariat trim adds a touch of comfort and style to the rugged F-250 platform. Inside, you'll find the classic late 80s Ford truck interior, practical and straightforward, with all the essentials you need in a reliable workhorse. Cosmetically and mechanically, it's described as solid, with no major red flags beyond the rich running condition that needs attention. For someone handy with older Ford fuel injection systems, this could be an affordable and rewarding fix. At just $5,500, or best offer, the seller has priced it for a quick sale. Given the combination of low mileage, the durable 460 V8, and a clean smog through 2026, this truck represents excellent value for anyone looking for a dependable vintage pickup. The 1989 Ford F-250 is part of the classic brick-nose generation of Ford trucks, a body style that has been steadily gaining appreciation among enthusiasts and collectors. Whether you're after a dependable daily driver, a farm truck, or a base for a project build, this XLT Lariat is a strong candidate. For the right buyer, this Watsonville truck could be the perfect balance between affordability, classic style, and proven Ford toughness. Number 11. The 1987 Ford Ranger pickup, listed at $4,900 and located in St. Louis, Missouri. Here's a solid little classic pickup with low miles and fresh upgrades. A 1987 Ford Ranger, showing just 86,000 miles on the odometer. This compact truck is rear-wheel drive and powered by Ford's dependable 2.9-liter V6 engine, a motor known for its simplicity and long-lasting reliability when properly cared for. One of the biggest highlights of this Ranger is the transmission. It's been freshly rebuilt by Trannies to Go, a reputable transmission shop, and has less than 100 miles on the rebuild. Better yet, it's still under warranty, a major peace of mind for the next owner. With a solid powertrain and essentially a brand new gearbox, this truck is ready to hit the road. In terms of style, the seller has given this Ranger some personality. It's sitting on a set of 17-inch Mustang wheels, which give the truck a sportier stance compared to stock. The windows have also been tinted, with 35% on the windshield and 20% on the sides and back, adding a sleek look while also cutting glare and heat inside the cab. At $4,900 or best offer, the seller is leaving some room for negotiation, but considering the combination of low original mileage, the freshly rebuilt transmission, and the extras like wheels and tint, it's already priced very competitively for what you're getting. This Ranger represents the first generation of Ford's small pickup line, a truck that quickly became a favorite for its practicality, maneuverability, and fuel economy compared to larger full-size pickups. Today, finding one in good condition, especially with mileage this low and a drivetrain that's been refreshed, is increasingly rare. Whether you're after a daily driver, a light-duty work truck, or just a fun little weekend cruiser with some classic 80s style, this 1987 Ford Ranger is a strong candidate. It offers old-school Ford toughness in a smaller package that's easy to live with and easy to maintain. Located in St. Louis, Missouri, this truck is available now for anyone looking to pick up a clean and reliable classic Ranger before it's gone. Number 12. The 1987 Ford F-150, listed at $15,000 and located in Southport, North Carolina. Here's a classic Ford pickup that's been thoroughly gone through and brought back to life. A 1987 Ford F-150 that's been restored, refreshed, and made ready for its next adventure. Under the hood, it's powered by the reliable 302 cubic inch V8, and this motor has been rebuilt less than 200 miles ago, meaning it's practically brand new. That alone is a huge selling point. Since the 302 is one of Ford's most legendary small block engines, known for its durability and smooth power delivery. This truck is set up as a 4x4, giving it plenty of versatility, whether you want to use it as a daily driver, a weekend toy, or even a light off-road rig. To back up that off-road capability, it's fitted with a 3-inch lift kit, providing more ground clearance and a more commanding stance. It's also rolling on a brand new set of rims and tires, which not only improve the look, but ensure confident performance on and off the road. The seller mentions that the entire truck has been gone over. That means mechanicals, paint, and overall condition have been carefully addressed. The truck features 2 fuel tanks, which is a very useful setup for longer drives or work use, especially for those who plan to put this truck back into regular service. The fresh paint job really makes it pop, and importantly, the seller notes there is no rust, a rare and valuable feature for a truck of this vintage, especially one located near the coast. Inside and out, everything is reported to work, making this not just a nice-looking classic, but a functional and dependable one as well. With its long bed, this truck also offers plenty of utility, whether for hauling gear, projects, or even just showing off a local car meet. Listed at $15,000, this 87 F-150 is priced to reflect the amount of work and investment already put into it. You're getting a freshly rebuilt motor, a solid rust-free body, brand new wheels and tires, working 4x4 and fresh paint, all in one package. Trucks like this are becoming harder to find, especially ones that have already had the big jobs taken care of. For anyone looking to own a classic American pickup that blends vintage style with dependable performance, this 1987 Ford F-150 in Southport, North Carolina, is a fantastic option. Strong, clean, and ready to roll, This is a truck that's just waiting for its next proud owner. Number 13. The 1972 Chevrolet 1500 regular cab short bed, priced at just $8,500, and located in Carruthers, California. Here we've got a truck that blends the best of both worlds. Classic vintage styling from 1972, paired with the updated reliability of a more modern build. This isn't just any C10 short bed. This one sits on a 2003 Tahoe frame, which means you're getting a timeless look of Chevy classic, but with solid, roadworthy foundation underneath it. It's driven about 120,000 miles and runs with an automatic transmission, making it practical as well as collectible. The upgrades don't stop there. The seller highlights that this truck is ready to go right now. Cold air conditioning to keep you comfortable, a strong suspension setup for smooth handling, and a 4x4 system that works exactly as it should. Everything has been checked, gone through, and functions the way it's supposed to. According to the seller, there are no mechanical surprises waiting to pop up. No lights on the dash, no hidden gremlins, no issues at all. Just a dependable, updated drivetrain matched to that unmistakable short bed Chevy body. Another important detail. The title is in hand, so paperwork won't be an obstacle. That's a big plus when you're shopping for older classics like this, since many projects can get complicated with missing or delayed titles. This one is straightforward, clean, simple, and ready for its next owner. What's interesting here is that this C10 doesn't fall into the unfinished project category that so many classics do. Instead, it's been built to perform as a driver. The Tahoe frame means you've got modern road manners, upgraded suspension geometry, and the durability that comes with a newer chassis. Combine that with the iconic looks of the early 70s Chevy short bed, and you got something that's not only fun to look at, but also genuinely enjoyable to drive every single day. And let's be real, $8,500 for a classic C10 that's already been given this kind of foundation work is a strong value. Most short bed C10s, especially ones that are rust-free and drivable, easily climb higher in price, even before you start factoring upgrades like 4x4 capability and working cold air conditioning. So if you've been on a hunt for a vintage pickup that doesn't just sit in the garage waiting for weekends, but instead offers modern drivability with classic Chevy look, this 1972 Chevrolet 1500 short bed could be exactly the right match. It's a clean, ready-to-roll classic, and at this price point, is an opportunity that might not stick around for long. Number 14. The 1968 Ford F-100 Ranger, listed at $3,850 and located in Roy, Utah. Here we have a true piece of American truck history, a 1968 Ford F-100 Ranger. This pickup represents the golden era of Ford trucks, when simplicity, durability, and rugged style defined what it meant to own a workhorse. At just $3,850, it's offered as an affordable, solid project truck that's ready for someone with vision and passion to bring it back to its former glory. Under the hood sits a reliable 360 FE V8 engine, paired with an automatic transmission. This truck still runs and drives, a promising sign for a classic that's more than 5 decades old. The odometer reads 129,000 miles, which, for a truck of this vintage, speaks to years of honest work and steady use. And with a clean Utah title in hand, there's no worry about paperwork. It's ready to change hands and head to its next chapter. Now, let's talk condition. The seller has already put some work into this pickup. The cooling system has been replaced, which is a major plus for keeping the old V8 running smoothly. Some brake work has also been done, though the truck will still need a full brake system overhaul before it's ready for daily driving. Like many classics from this era, there's rust in the floors and cab corners, but the overall structure remains solid, making it a perfect candidate for restoration. Visually, the late 1960s F-100 has one of the most recognizable profiles of any classic truck. The body lines are clean, squared, and purposeful. Even in project form, this truck carries a rugged charm that makes it stand out. You could imagine it fresh off the factory line, a proud Ranger trim model built to work hard, yet styled enough to be parked proudly in any driveway. For enthusiasts, this F100 offers flexibility. You can restore it back to stock, honoring the factory look and feel. Or you can take advantage of its solid base and transform it into a custom build, perhaps a slammed Restomod with modern suspension and drivetrain upgrades, or maybe a lifted off-road rig built to tackle Utah trails. The choice is entirely up to the next owner. At under $4,000, trucks like this don't come along every day. The market for classic Ford pickups has been climbing steadily, with clean and restore examples fetching impressive prices. That makes this F100 Ranger a smart investment, as well as a rewarding project. With its V8 power plant, clean title, and strong bones, it's a great starting point for anyone looking to get into the classic truck scene without breaking the bank. So if you're searching for a vintage pickup that still runs, carries the unmistakable style of the late 60s, and has a potential to be transformed into something truly special, this 1968 Ford F100 Ranger in Roy, Utah, is worth a serious look. At just $3,850, it's not just a truck. It's an opportunity to own a piece of history and shape it into the classic of your dreams. Number 15, the 1987 Dodge D150, listed at just $700 and located in New Windsor, New York. This one is for the true project seekers, a 1987 Dodge D150, regular cab, long bed, two-wheel drive. It's not polished, it's not turnkey, but it's a raw piece of Dodge truck history offered for less than $1,000. For anyone who's been waiting to get their hands on a classic Mopar pickup without breaking the bank, this is an opportunity worth considering. Under the hood, this truck carries a legendary inline slant-six engine, one of Dodge's most durable and reliable power plants. Known for its simplicity and longevity, the slant-six was often referred to as the engine that refuses to die. Here, it's paired with a manual gearbox featuring a granny low gear, making it a rugged workhorse back in its prime, and still a solid base today. Now, let's be clear, this truck does need some work. The seller notes that it needs a new clutch, which means it will require towing upon purchase. However, it does run, and that's a big plus for a truck at this price point. With a clean title already in hand, there are no hidden headaches when it comes to paperwork. This one is ready to go straight to a buyer who sees its potential. Cosmetically and structurally, details aren't deeply provided, but that's part of the excitement here. For just $700, you're not just buying a vehicle, you're buying a project canvas. This Dodge D150 could be restored to its original factory look, preserved as a survivor of the late 1980s pickup era, or customized into something completely unique. At this price, the possibilities are wide open. The 1980s Dodge pickups carry a certain boxy charm that's increasingly appealing to collectors and enthusiasts today. With clean body lines, straightforward interiors, and rugged drivetrains, they represent a no-nonsense approach to truck design. Trucks like this remind us of a time before complex electronics and overcomplicated features. Just a steering wheel, a shifter, and a solid motor under the hood. And let's talk about the investment potential. Classic Dodge trucks are often overlooked compared to Fords and Chevys of the same era, but they're quickly gaining recognition. The D150 in particular has started to see a rise in interest, especially for enthusiasts who want something different from the usual classic pickup builds. Restored examples can command several times this asking price, making this an inexpensive entry point into the Mopar truck scene. At the end of the day, this isn't just a truck, it's an open invitation. For $700, you can take home a running, clean title 1987 Dodge D150 in New Windsor, New York. Yes, it needs a clutch. Yes, it'll need to be towed. But once it's in your driveway, the future of this pickup is entirely in your hands. Will you bring it back to life, make it your own, and keep a piece of Dodge history alive? Number 16, the 1972 Chevrolet C20 pickup, listed at $11,500, and located in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Here's a classic workhorse with style, a 1972 Chevrolet Super Cheyenne C20, 3/4 ton fleet side long bed. At over 50 years old, this Chevy still carries the strength, charm, and durability that made it one of the most dependable trucks of its time. The body and paint are in good shape, showing that this isn't just a forgotten farm truck. It's been cared for and preserved. Step inside and you'll find a refreshed interior, clean, simple, and ready for the road. Even the bed has been upgraded with a sprayed-in liner, protecting from wear and giving it that rugged, ready-to-work appeal. Under the hood, power comes from a big block 400 engine. The top end, including valves and other key components, has already been rebuilt, ensuring stronger performance and longer life. Supporting that heart, you'll find a new radiator and heater core, so cooling and comfort are taken care of. A solid battery and fresh front tires keep it reliable and road-ready. With approximately 112,000 original miles, this Chevy has seen the road but hasn't been run into the ground. It's the kind of mileage that shows history without wearing out its legacy. For anyone who's ever driven a C20, you know what it feels like: solid, stable, built to last, and always ready for work or play. The 1972 Super Cheyenne is also something special in the Chevy truck lineup. It represented the top trim for that era, offering not just utility, but also comfort and style. Collectors and classic truck fans appreciate these details because they make the truck more than just a tool. They make it an icon. Located in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, this truck has the advantage of living in a dry climate, meaning less rust and a healthier body compared to trucks from harsher regions. That alone makes it a stronger candidate for someone looking for a classic they can trust. For $11,500, you're looking at a piece of Chevrolet history that's both practical and collectible. Whether you want as a dependable classic driver, a showpiece for weekend cruises, or even as a foundation for a custom build, this C20 Super Cheyenne checks the boxes. It's rare to find one that's already had the engine work, interior refresh, and essential upgrades done, yet still holds its original character. This 1972 Chevrolet C20 isn't just a pickup. It's a statement of American truck heritage, ready for its next chapter.